All right, here we go. Norwood Suck Bone and Bare Bones Radio Broadcasting. Mr. I won't use your name because I didn't ask your permission. So, Mr. Article Writer, I'm making these comments on YouTube. I'm not using your name or identifying you in any way. Just that you wrote an article on Right Hook Killed Writer, and I'll tell you what killed that writer, sir, was her mindset and from the educators around her. I wonder if that truck driver had a right turn signal on. I ride a bicycle, sir. Why wasn't she on the sidewalk? And so many times I get on the sidewalk and watch out for other people. That way somebody doesn't have to watch out for me. It's the blind spot I watch always. I live that blind spot on that bicycle. I do. I'm always thinking of the blind spot. Now, I could make mistakes. I won't argue that. When I look at that scene that killed that lady, and look what you told me she does for a living. It's like these events just came together there. Only part of it is her. Other people get in that very same situation and do not die. It's not the turn there that killed her at all. You say, oh, it's the situation that turned me. She's completely innocent. No, she ain't. No. That lady contributed to her own death. And you don't mention that. You are defaulting bike riding. The attitude of that bike rider has everything to do with how long that bike rider lived riding that bicycle. In these situations right now with these outdated roads, these roads are chaotically outdated. And everybody on it needs to sign a release. And the state is not liable. No, they're not. The DMV is not making that vividly aware of everybody. No, they're not. You don't sit in a simulator who gives one damn if they know the law. Stuart, is whether they have the brains to even live. The logic. When they don't have the brains of logic, why are they giving a driver's license that says you got to know the law? That is asinine. Them knowing the law has nothing to do with it. A man said, I ride 45 minutes with him. I went to DMV with this bitch, Stuart. That guy was so stupid. He was an arrogant fool. And he said to me, I ride 45 minutes. I have full confidence in their ability to drive. I said, you are an idiot and need to get on cable access with me. Because I talked about this with a police officer. He said, you need to write a book. I said, officer, you understand this? I said, you need to write the book. They're going to listen to you, not me. I would like the police officer like you to open up your head to just your logic about every given situation, and it has nothing to do with the article. If you're going to read one of these reports, you have to match it with your logical about the situation. Your personal logic, period. That's journalism, Stuart. You're not getting it. I want to read your journal. I want to read the journal of your mind, Stuart. I'm not getting to read that. Journalism is the journalist's mind about everything they're talking about. I'm not getting that, Stuart. You say that's the editor's job. Horse pucky. I used your name, damn it. Well, I'll tell you, I find you priceless. And I find this newspaper priceless. Only I also find the system of education demeans us enough where we don't get ourselves involved in any of it. And I'm talking about the decency of everybody. And that poor girl's dead over it. The absence of conversation of how to ride a bike is what killed her. There is not an accurate conversation of how to ride the bike in the city. No, there isn't. And they're telling them they have right of way when they don't. And they're not watching out for things. I wonder if the truck driver had a right signal on. I don't know. This much I know. No matter where that bike lane is, when I see the danger, I don't use it. And I'd be on the sidewalk more likely in that situation, watching out for other people's safety. Rolling along because I am a pedestrian on a two-wheel wheelchair, basically. That's what I am. A bicycle for me is a momentum mechanism. I'm a pedestrian on a two-wheel wheelchair. And I use other people's manners to stay alive. And that's how I ride the bike. I stay alive by staying out of the way. I use your manners and I make it convenient for your manners. That takes a lot of work on my part and I enjoy doing it. I try to outthink everything. I try to. I could make a mistake too. I sympathize with the family and that lady. Thank you for your time considering my remarks. Bye-bye. Well, I hope it means something to him.